Welcome to the Spirit Spot. My name is Raina Shea Broussard, and it's my hope to help guide you into your spirit spot, even if just for a few moments out of your day. I invite you to set aside whatever you have before you, if you're able, and we'll begin with 3 conscious breaths. Breathe in through your nose, slowly, evenly, deeply, filling your belly, and breathe out through your mouth, emptying your belly. And breathe in, and breathe out. Breathe in, and breathe out. Our touchstone for today is silence. The poems that I'll share with you today have some beautiful and profound thoughts to share on silence. For me, silence has become the place where we go to meet the sacred. I recently heard a psychic who said that one of the biggest problems on our planet today is something many people wouldn't even think of, but it's actually noise pollution. We're constantly surrounded by noise and sounds. Think, when is the last time you spent time in silence without a TV playing, without the radio playing, without music streaming, without listening to something playing on your phone? We're so immersed in noise all of the time that we can't even hear ourselves think, much less hear if the sacred were trying to speak to us. So I invite you to consider the next time you're alone in your car or in your house, maybe turn off the sounds around you and listen to the silence. Our reading today consists of several poems on silence. Silence by Sivavakkiyar. Silence, unmoved and rising. Silence, unmoved and sheltering. Silence, unmoved and permanent. Silence, unmoved and brilliant. Silence, broad and immense like the Ganga. Silence, unmoved and increasing. Silence, white and shining like the moon. Silence, the essence of Shiva. Ocean Oneness by Sri Aurobindo. Silence is round me, wideness ineffable. White birds on the ocean, diving and wandering. A soundless sea on a voiceless heaven. Azure on azure is mutely gazing. Identified with silence and boundlessness, my spirit widens, clasping the universe, till all that seemed becomes the real, one in a mighty and single vastness. Someone broods there, nameless and bodiless, conscious and lonely, deathless and infinite, and soul in a still eternal rapture gathers all things to his heart forever. Silence from I Heard God Laughing, renderings of Hafiz by Daniel Ledensky. A day of silence can be a pilgrimage in itself. A day of silence can help you listen to the soul play its marvelous lute and drum. Is not most talking a crazed defense of a crumbling fort? I thought we came here to surrender in silence, to yield to light and happiness, to dance within in celebration of love's victory. Silence, too, by Elaine Maria Upton. Silence is not a lack of words. Silence is not a lack of music. Silence is not a lack of curses. Silence is not a lack of screams. Silence is not a lack of colors or voices or bodies or whistling wind. Silence is not a lack of anything. Silence is resting, nestling in every leaf of every tree, in every root and branch. Silence is the flower sprouting upon the branch. Silence is the mother singing to her newborn babe. Silence is the mother crying for her stillborn babe. Silence is the life of all these babes, whose breath is a breath of God. Silence is seeing and singing praises. Silence is the roar of ocean waves. Silence is the sandpiper dancing on the shore. Silence is the vastness of a whale. Silence is a blade of grass. Silence is sound, and silence is silence. Silence is love, even the love that hides in hate. Silence is the pompous queen, and the harlot and the pimp hugging his purse on a crowded street. Silence is the healer dreaming the plant, the drummer drumming the dream. It is the lover's exhausted fall into sleep. It is the call of morning birds. Silence is God's beat tapping all hearts. Silence is the star kissing a flower. Silence is a word, a hope, a candle, lighting the window of home. Silence is everything, the renewing sleep of earth, the purifying dream of water, the purifying rage of fire, the soaring and spiraling flight of air. It is all things dissolved into no thing. Silence is with you always, the presence of I am. 3 short poems on silence by Sri Chinmoy. Silence is wisdom. Silence is truth. Silence is the beauty and fragrance of heaven. What you can do, you can criticize silence. You can ignore silence. What you cannot do, you cannot sit even one fleeting minute in silence. Yet one day it is you and you alone who will marry silence and become inseparably one with silent sky. Silence speaks the truth. Silence can never be misquoted. Again, our touchstone for today is silence. I invite you to pause several times throughout your day for 3 conscious breaths and to reflect on whether or not you're making space in your life for silence and how you might choose to start doing so. And may you create a great day.